What? What are you doing?
Go.
Where?
Where are we gonna go?
Here.
Oh. Tell me what's going on.
Okay. Kathleen Zellner, Steven Avery's attorney now, trying to exonerate him for the murder of Teresa Halbach. She gave an interview, and it was like, and she doesn't give many interviews. She's busy at work, doing a lot of stuff, doing a lot of investigating.
I can imagine.
Says, she's getting so many tips, but the scientists are going to do the real work in exonerating Steven, probably to show the blood in her car couldn't have come from 2005. It actually came from when it was drawn years earlier. She said in her interview, boy, she's confident she's going to get him out maybe in months, I guess. She said cell phone records that were handed over to the defense weren't properly analyzed. So actually, Teresa Halbach's cell phone showed it pinged to the cell tower, to keep in contact in case anyone calls her. Teresa Halbach drove 12 miles away from Steven Avery's property before she was killed.
Oh my God!
So they showed that, and the defense didn't notice that. So not only that, she said she has suspects, but she said she wouldn't say who because I don't want to scare them off. Mm-hmm. But then she said that, Teresa Halbach was a nice woman, but she had a poor judgment in men in her life. And the police didn't investigate her own life for people who were suspects, including somebody who was calling her, who was apparently a sex offender, and who knows who else. So I think what she's doing is showing such confidence that she wants the person who actually killed Teresa Halbach to be scared to death and willing to confess for leniency before she sets her trap and gets him, whoever did it.
Oh,
so by saying God. That, by saying we have suspects, but I don't want to scare him off, but we know Teresa Halbach had poor judgment in men, that shows that whoever is listening to that is probably scared to death right now, and she knows how to get a confession.
We saw in the movie, on the Making a Murderer. She was getting some phone calls and somebody calling her and bothering her. I bet you that has something to do with a lot of things.
And she didn't want to answer. She didn't want to say who it was.
And nobody checked it out.
Yeah. And then the roommate didn't report her missing for a few days, and Ryan Hillegas was there searching, and he said he wasn't at the scene, and Mike Halbach was feeding him answers. The news interview was so weird. It was so shifty. And then he's saying, I don't remember. I accessed her cell phone voicemail to listen for messages, but I just guessed it. I don't remember what her password is.
How can you make a case based on something like that?
I'm not sure who did kill her. I'm not just accusing Ryan Hillegas, but that should have been investigated if the cops actually cared. And Manitowoc Sheriff's Department should rightly be scared shitless now too, because Zellner's like a shark and a bulldog all rolled into one, and a lion.
This is gonna be a huge blow up in the whole country, you know. News-wise, I'm talking about. Blow up is like a news blowing up. I mean, just think about it. If he gets out, that police force right there, oh my God, they're going to have to crawl somewhere and hide.
It should be the shame of the country,
This is going to be the biggest news in the century.
Not only that, Norm Gann, who was the whining co-prosecutor with Ken Kratz, was saying in interviews with the press, these police, for them to smear the police, these are good, solid, hard-working men, and it just makes my blood boil to see them accused of wrongdoing. Oh. Yeah, like in 1985, when Steven Avery went to prison for rape he didn't commit. And then this time he's saying, these are good, solid, hard-working men. How can you accuse them? They're cops. Oh, my goodness.
But wait a minute.
This is horrible. And now that this is coming out, I want his image saying that everywhere. That's
but you see how they cover themselves. They said, don't you feel guilty? Who asked him? I don't remember. No. I did my job based on the evidence I have. And I'm staying behind this evidence, and I did my job. I don't feel guilty. I will feel sick if I let something like that happen.
Prosecutor James Link, Andrew Colburn, just so many people. only a few of them had to be involved in that, but so many people were involved in imprisoning Steven Avery in 1985 and keeping him in prison. It's just sad to think he's lost half his life, more than half his life, I guess, or about
he's
this time.
He's in his 50s now,
I guess so, yeah. And not only that, his parents are, waiting for him to get out.
The young man who lost his...
Yeah, Brendan Dassey.
If Steve gets out, that Brandon's gonna get out too?
I don't think it's at all the case that it's automatic that he's going to get out. It was a separate trial, separate conviction. Although it is ridiculous that Ken Kratz was able to convict both guys on two completely different stories of how Teresa Halbach was killed. One she's killed in the garage, one she's killed in the bedroom.
But after all this embarrassment, they still gonna keep him locked up?
That doesn't work by just automatically freeing him for somebody else's conviction being vacated or overturned, whatever. So he has to get his conviction overturned or a retrial too. But I think it certainly helps. Case. Somebody already is. The Innocence Project is helping him. They're waiting on ruling from a federal court.
Good. I don't believe, and especially that woman. Who was that woman who found the car and said God sent
Pam Sturm.
Oh my God, and she wiping the tears of her eyes. Weird. And saying, don't give me wrong, I believe in God, but please don't tell me God sent her there to find the car, and she wiping the tears. Well, I don't know, what's her name,
Pamela Sturm.
Miss Pamela, I don't know how the hell you sleep every night, but I tell you, not even 10-year-old wouldn't believe your story, okay? Not even 10-year or 5-year-old might think it's a fairy tale, something,
It's just ridiculous, yeah.
It's just so ridiculous to say God sent you there to find the car. Please, take it back. Take it back, because it's so... You probably hallucinated at the time,
Yeah, not only that, the car being hidden just with twigs and branches and stuff, it makes it stand out even more than if it was just left out and you take the license plates off.
But to say God sent me, if I was there and say God sent me, I will disappear from the face of the other one.
Well, we can go all day about all the backwards stuff about this case, including Sherry Colhane, too. I think that's her name, the DNA tester who said she contaminated it maybe by speaking, and she was training people, and then she didn't rule the test inconclusive, and not only that, she was told place Steven Avery at the scene.
Let's stick with the new evidence. We review all that stuff.
Oh my goodness! And there might be a season 2 of Making a Murderer when all this comes out.
Maybe.
And if Kathleen Zellner exonerates
they're gonna make
Steven.
a movie. They're gonna make a movie.
Maybe.
Probably.
Man, it's hard for a movie to top all this, to top the actual thing.
Yeah, but oh God! If they make a movie, I have to go see it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're not accusing anybody, but these things...
The real killer should be scared.
Sucks.
Yeah.
The whole thing sucks. To leave an innocent man 2 times to serve what? How long? I don't even know. In prison for something
been in prison
he
about
do.
Like 28 years now of his life.
Yeah, for something he hasn't done. That is... Oh, I don't think anybody likes that, That is the worst sin ever.
There's so much stuff people are uncovering about inconsistencies in the prosecution that Dean Strang and Jerome Buting didn't have time to go through when they were defending Steven, because they were just 2 guys and they had a private investigator. You need a lot of people searching, and now people all over the world are searching it and sending the info to Kathleen Zellner.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh!
So anyways,
I can't wait.
Her. Yeah, I want to say good for you, Kathleen Zellner.
Good for, yes.
Before I was unsure, if Steven Avery was entirely innocent. Now I'm more sure that he's innocent just because Kathleen Zellner doesn't fabricate stuff.
Well, congratulations.
She doesn't go after cases that are losing. No. That if someone might be guilty.
If she didn't believe he's innocent and needs so many evidence to prove it, she wouldn't go after that.
Yeah, she's the best.
No, she wouldn't go after that. congratulations to her. Let's watch this closely.
Oh, very
Let's see what's
interested.
going to happen. And my God, if he gets out, probably in a few months, if everything goes the way they say.
And Steven Avery should have video surveillance everywhere he goes now.
Oh, yeah.
And move away from Manitowoc. As sorry as that is, that he would have to leave.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea to stay there after all this.
Yeah.
He should leave and have video cameras at his house after this.
Wow, well, let's see what's going to happen. We watch this closely and take it from there.